สวัสดีครับหลังจากคลิปที่แล้วนะฮะผมกดว่าผมจะรอตลอดไปมันเตะผมออกจากเกมเลยฮะแล้วพอเข้ามาก็เจอฉากนี้เลยเขาบอกว่าเอ้าในสุดคุณก็กลับมาหาฉันในที่แห่งนี้วันเวลามันไม่สำคัญหรอกนะฉันไม่เคยทิ้งคุณไปไหนเลยนั่นไงมันรอเราอยู่ฮะโอเคยังไงเราก็ต้องเลือกอันนี้ต้องทำให้เราลืมได้
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
She asks that เธอถามว่าจะให้จำเธอไว้หรอ
You won't.
คุณจะไม่ทำไมโหดจังเลยอะ อยู่ได้ฮะ chapter 1เริ่มใหม่เลยเหรอ My God bring the network it wild to her
You're on a path in the woods
ไม่จบสิ้น
and at the end of that path is a cabin
มันเริ่มต้นที่นี่ You will know it
and
when
in
you
the
see
basement of that cabin is a princess
อันนี้เหมือนเดิมนะฮะแต่กระท่อมนั้นมี
You're
princess
here to slay her
คุณมาเพื่อฆ่าเธอ
If you don't
ถ้าคุณไม่ท
it will be the end of the
ำจะเป็นจุดจบ
world
ของโลกนี้คุณสามารถกดแถบฮะเพื่อข้ามอ๋อนี่ไงมันขึ้น skipping อยู่โอเค silently ฮะ enter the basement Hi เหมือนเรื่องนี้มันเคยเกิดขึ้นมาแล้ว
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
มัน
Please,
นานเหลือเกิน
come
มี
downstairs.
ใครไม่เยี่ยมนานแล้วได้โปรดลงมาหาฉันทีเรารู้เกือบทุกอย่างนะตอนนี้
Walk down the stairs and lock
ไม่ต้องพูด
eyes with the princess There's a heavy chain around her wrist binding her to the far
ช่วยปล่อย
wall
ฉันออก
of
ไป
the
จาก
basement
โซนนี้ได้ไหมได้เดี๋ยวฉันดูให้
You're only making this more difficult
ที่คุณทำให้มันยากนะเนี่ย
Thank you.
ขอบคุณ
Thank you.
ขอบคุณนะ
You're making a huge
คุณกำลัง
mistake
ทำผิดพลาดครั้งใหญ่
No, you're doing the right thing.
ไม่คุณทำถูกแล้ว
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
มันจะแกะโซ่ออกนี่ออกมันยากเหลือเกิน
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
คุณไม่มีกุญแจใช่ไหม
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
อาจจะอยู่ด้านบนนั่นนะ
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended
ผม
for
น่าจะ
her
มี
to
อยู่ด้วยนะ
never see the light of
มีไอเดียอื่นไหม
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
น่าจะมีทางที่ทำลายโซ่นี้ได้นะ
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
หรือจะตัดแขนฉันออกก็ได้นะ
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If
Don't
we
put-
were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of... Is someone else here? You try the door. You're here.
ถ้าเปิดประตูไม่ได้ต้องการลงไป
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would easier for everyone. Look at the...
I heard the door slam.
ประตูปิดเหรอ
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
เขาขังคุณไว้ด้วยใช่ไหม
There's a slight panic rising in the...
If I could
don't
just
put-
get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth as she
เคยขัดแขน
rips
ตัว
her
เอง
flesh. It's the blade from upstairs.
มีมีดหล่นมาจาก
You
ข้างบน
could use it to... You won't like...
ช่วยเหลือเจ้าหญิง
Fine.
ได้อะเลย
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's
ทำไมไม่ตัดตรง
just
นู้น
above the unyielding chain binding her to this
ถ้าเรา
place.
ตัดตรงนู้นนะเราจะเสียแขนน้อยลงฮะแต่เราตัดตรงเนี้ยมันเสียแขนเยอะขึ้นไงนึกออกปะตรงเนี้ยมันจะหายไปใช่มันจะ
You cut into her flesh.
ตัดแขนเธอ
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her
ตัด
arm.
ง่ายมากถ้าเราตัดตรงข้อมืออ่ะมันจะมีแขนโผล่มาอีกหน่อย
Her limb
Để sao mà
falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
โซ่ก็หลุดออก
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
เธอไม่ส่งเสียงเลยเนี่ย
She didn't.
ใช่เธอไม่
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the
เลือดหยดตุ้ง
ground.
ติ้ง
How is she still smiling
ทำไมถึงยิ้มอย่าง
after
นั้นได้อยู่นะ
everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
แขนขาดนั่นอ่ะไม่เป็นไรเลยเหรอ
Thank you.
ขอบคุณนะ
Now let's get out of here.
ออกไปกันเถอะได้ไป
No, we won't have any of that. The
ไม่ได้อย่า
stakes
ทำ
are
ใช่ไหม
too high.
อย่า
Can't
ทำ
just
แบบ
let
นี้
her escape into the
ปล่อย
world.
เธอหนีออกไปไม่ได้
No, I can't just let her escape into the
ฉัน
world.
จะปล่อยเธอออกไปไม่ได้
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps
เฮ้ย
forward
อะไรอ่ะ
and
ทำไมเราถือ
raises the
มีดขึ้นมา
blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do
ทำแบบนั้น
that.
ไม่ได้นะ
Watch me.
ดูฉันนะ
What are you doing?
คุณกำลังทำอะไรอ่ะเฮ้ย warn her เตือนเธอก่อนโอ้โห
Stop that.
หยุดนะ
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
มีบางอย่างควบคุมคุณเหรอ
You know you don't have to do this, right?
คุณไม่จำเป็นต้องทำแบบนี้นะ
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back
เจ็บหญิงหลบได้
against the wall before the blade has a
ดีๆ
chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me.
หยุ
I'm
ดต่อต้านฉันเดี๋ยว
trying
นี้
to get you out of here alive.
ฉันพยายามช่วยเหลือชีวิตคนนั้นเนี่ยได้โปรดต่อต้านมัน
The blade. Move the
เอามีด
blade.
แทงเธอเดี๋ยวนี้
As your body remains frozen in
ตัวคุณแข็งขยับไม่ได้
stubborn resistance,
พยายามต่อต้าน
the princess takes a cautious step forward.
เจ้าหญิงเนี่ยค่อยเดินเข้ามา
We both know this isn't
เรา
you.
รู้นี่ไม่ใช่คุณใช่ไหม
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly
หยิบมีด
rigid
เราไป
hands. What are you doing?
คุณทำอะไรอยู่เนี่ย
I'm sorry.
โทษที
I'll try to be quick.
ฉันจะพยายามทำให้เร็วที่สุดนะ
She plunges it into your chest, tearing
แทง
through
มาในอก
flesh
เหรอ
and sinew. It is
มันเจ็บปวด
agony.
แต่คุณยังไม่ตาย
But you aren't dead.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
โทษทีฉันขอโทษ
Stay strong. We
เข้มแข็งไว้
can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
เราต้องช่วยเหลือเธอได้
For her sake.
เพราะเธอเหรอ
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
ทำเป็นตายนี่มัน
The two of you
เป็น
have
ฮีโร่เลยนะ
literally doomed everyone.
พวกแกกำลังทำให้โลกนี้แตกสลายนั่นเนี่ย
Whatever.
ไงก็ตาม
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again
แทง
and again.
มาแทงอีก
You feel
แทงเข้าไป
every inch of
เจ็บ
burning
เหลือเกิน
pain slices its way into
พ
your
อมาเจ็บ
body.
กระจายไปทั่ว
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
โทษที
sorry.
โทษที
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
เธอไม่รู้วิธีใช้มีดใช่ไหมเนี่ย
Apparently not. It
Well,
doesn't
mate.
matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A
เธอจะ
stab
แทงอย่าง
wound
นั้น
is
นะ
still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
โอ้ย
I'm so sorry.
ฉันขอโทษ
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you.
ขาเรา
You
ไม่ไหวแล้ว
collapse to the floor,
คุณล้มลงไป
your blood pooling around you,
เลือดท่วม
your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheek. It can't just end like this,
มัน
right?
ไม่ได้จบแบบนี้ใช่ไหม
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny
อ
the
ย่างมัน
reality of
ไม่
what's
อยากมันเป็น
happened.
แบบนี้หรอกนะ
The two of you made your choice.
แต่พวกคุณตัดสินใจเองนี่มันจบแล้ว เอ้ย ก็มึงบังคับกูนี่ไม่ต้องพูดเลย
Everything goes dark,
ทุกอย่างมืดลง
and you die.
แล้วคุณก็ตาย The damn cell เอ้าเปลี่ยนใน damn cell แปลว่าอะไรฮะผมเพิ่มจะยังไม่อิน
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
damn cell แปลว่า
And in the basement of that cabin is a
ไม่หมดปะ
princess.
ประมาณนั้นมั้งผู้หญิงที่ไม่ได้แต่งงานโดยเฉพาะผู้หญิงที่มีชาติกำเนิดสูงส่งฮะอ๋อเหรอไม่ต้องพูดเลยมึงเราไม่ได้เลือกปะมึงบังคับอะ
You're here to slay her.
ไม่พูด
If you don't,
ไม่พูดลุย
a warning before you go in. If she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do. If only you knew what you did
Huh?
to us,
Submitten.
you villain.
สมิธเทนตัวใหม่ Voice of Smitten อ่ะคนที่โดนทำร้ายฮะถ้ามึงรู้นะมึงทำอะไรไอตัวร้ายเอ้ย
Excuse Excuse me?
ฮะพูดอะไรอ่ะ
Forget he said anything.
อย่าฟังเขาเลย
But he is a villain.
ก็มันเนี่ยแหละตัวร้าย
Made
อ่ะ
our beloved brutally take our life last
มัน
time.
ทำร้ายชีวิต
He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
มันทำลายพลังของความรักของเราไม่ได้หรอกนะ
Last time?
ครั้งที่
What
แล้ว
are
เหรอ
you talking
คุณ
about?
พูดอะไรเนี่ย
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore.
อย่าไปฟังเขาเลย
I do, but I also speak from the heart.
ฉันพูดจากใจของฉันน่ะสิ
My passions are too
ความตั้งใจ
great
ของฉัน
to
มัน
be stifled. They must be
ใหญ่หลวง
expressed. Sure,
ฉันต้องพูดออกมา
your passions are strong and all, but not
เข้าใจนะ
everyone needs to hear them.
แต่เราต้องฟังก็ได้
Things are better kept quiet.
เงียบหน่อยเถอะ
Don't pay their bickering any mind.
อย่าสนใจเลย
Focus on the task ahead.
โฟกัสไปที่นั่นนะจ้าไอตัวร้ายสรุปใครร้ายเนี่ย
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant. Its stone
ทุกอย่างมัน
walls
งาม
draped
ไป
in
หมดอะ
fine threaded tapestries. A prison
ทุกอย่างเป็น
befitting
หิน
a royal prisoner.
โอ้โห
The
มัน
only
เป็นร้อยโย
furniture
แบ
of
บชั้น
note
สูง
is an
อะ
ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
มีโต๊ะเลยไม้อยู่บนนั้น
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want.
ขอดูกระจกหน่อยคราวที่แล้วไม่ดู
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
มัน
It's
ก็
a
แค่
wall.
มันก็แค่
Isn't
กำ
much
แพง
to
อะ
see here.
ไปดูกำแพงทำไม
What are you talking about?
พูดอะไร
This
อะ
isn't a wall.
นี่มันไม่ใช่กำแพง
It's a mirror.
นี่มันกระจก
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
มันกระจกชัดเลยอ่ะเช็คกระจกดิ
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
คุณเอา
I
มือไป
hope you
ถู
know how ridiculous you look right
พ
now.
ลังกระท่อม
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place. The door to the basement creaked, but it's a soft voice.
Hello? Is
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
it's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on, if she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it, but I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do? That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. but the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? Oh, I don't like that silence.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. I'm sorry. Words are... The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. There's nowhere for you to be but here. My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go ignore him. He doesn't. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely the blade. The door to her voice
Hello?
is, don't let it fool you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. Do you think you... Okay. Oh,
She pauses.
you can address me as your royal...
He's Thank you. You turn back.
Where are you going? You can't just... You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's own. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Its cooling flesh still... Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger? Oh, you coward!
No, I don't think we can. Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
This is a dangerous play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right... You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that... Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door... Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path. You're here. A warning. Before you go in, she will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us afterwards. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out, but if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only... You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared. You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen? Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Nerves, heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more, as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Liver,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
heart, lungs. She isn't attacking us. Nerves. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Lungs, liver. Now how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. And the way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Liver, nerves, heart.
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you die, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver,
One
nerves,
moment,
heart,
and then
lungs,
you're gone.
liver, nerves,
Just
heart,
like
lungs, liver,
that.
nerves,
Ah,
heart, lungs,
and
liver,
there's the
nerves,
fear.
heart. She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver.
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me and then...
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver, nerves.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
You seem miserable.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
We're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Heart, lungs. Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Or until your heart finally gives out.
Heart, lungs, liver,
And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
No, definitely not.
heart.
If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, 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 nerves.
What?
Heart,
No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and,
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion. Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
lungs. The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect, but we don't. Nerves,
We've already made our choice.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
We can still grab it on the way out.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet.
There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive.
Heart? Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin.
No! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't...
Heart, lungs.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
Lungs, liver. The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement.
Guess we're not stabbing her in the back.
I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin.
You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone. Lungs, liver,
It's so beautiful.
lungs,
I can't wait to ruin it.
nerves,
But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Why is it so cold?
nerves.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why? This doesn't feel right. It feels it's calling us.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the base